He thought he was Doctor Strange. So he's walking around calling people
making portals
Spider-Man.
and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then he walked up to this brother and said Wakanda forever, and then handed him something.
This guy Shang-Chi?
No.
He's a Captain America, huh?
Yeah, Hispanic Captain America. And then, but he
Welcome back to another episode of Careful Boys. Today we have Mr. What's a Mortgage, Minh Nguyen. Thank you for coming back to us, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, you got a lot of big changes going on. We're talking earlier about your business and how a big move just happened over there, right?
Yeah, I bought out my other business partners.
How many did you have before?
I had 2. So I learned never incorporate until you're really ready to do business with them. Because getting people out of your business is so hard. Like getting them in is easy, getting them out is hard. So
you just add them to your articles of organization?
Correct. And then taking them out, you can't even take them out without their permission, and they can sue you.
You have to actually have a formal contract to exit out with these are the rules.
You have to vote. Depends on how you set up the voting. There's now you have chairmen, you have board members, and then you have to vote, and then it's how you set it up in the beginning. So one guy we bought out, pretty much it was like $500,000 to get him out. The other guy, we're in that trends right now. He actually, so I can't say this in a specific way. He allegedly took money he shouldn't be taking, so we're still going through it.
But you can't say the E word.
Yeah, how much he's what I had to pay back and what we had to spend moving forward with this guy was another $500,000. But he went crazy when he got removed. He literally went crazy, went to New York. He had a 5150.
What's that mean?
That means he got arrested for being crazy in the streets. He thought he was...
Oh, that's a police code.
Yeah, he thought he was Doctor Strange. So he's walking around calling people
making portals
Spider-Man.
and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then he walked up to this brother and said Wakanda forever, and then handed him something. So they got them on the spot, and pretty much they took him in. They kept him for 2 weeks. So they cut him in New York.
But this guy is not a brother himself, right?
No, he's not. Okay. He's not. And
this guy Shang-Chi?
No.
He's a Captain America, huh?
Yeah, Hispanic Captain America. And then, but he thought he's Doctor Strange, so he's out there. So now we're back, and he's trying to fight for the company. But of course, there's all this documentation that this guy went crazy. But before he went crazy, he was taking money he shouldn't be taking. Then he's blaming the franchise we were at, and then they're dealing with him too. So
when you buy out your partner for $500,000. What does it feel like? Does it feel like you're getting a deal, or does it feel like, man, I don't even know if our company's worth this much. I gotta pay you $500,000.
They believe it's worth it.
So you have to just pay.
So you have to pay, yeah. So
but do they have to prove with figures that hey, it is worth it?
If it depends. If you want to drag it out, it depends on how quick you want to exit. You want them to exit. So typically there will be an appraisal done on your business, and then on the volume coming in and out, and the Instagram page, we're social media, so it's Instagram, TikTok. They evaluate all that. They see the revenues coming in. If you want to go through all that and you know it's worth way more, hopefully this airs before. Like he's already paid out. He's already paid out. He's already paid out because it's like this. Like, hey,
I need to be a millionaire.
offer them something. Let them take the deal first before the appraisal gets done. If you know it's worth more, don't let the appraisal get done.
I see.
If you know it's worth more, dude, pay.
You're trying to settle fast.
Settle fast. Okay. The second guy is a lot smarter. The crazy guy, his beautiful mind, is a lot smarter.
Yeah.
He's like, I know this is worth this, but he put us on this debt. But he knows as soon as that debt ends, December 2025, he's sitting on a gold mine. So I tried to close him out already. He wouldn't, even though I had to pay out his debts that he took on. Wow. He's not moving that.
Can you? So you know how sometimes you can kind of get power of attorney from your parents because they're going dementia, senile, all that, and then you're just they can't be behind the wheel, they can't use a bank account. Can you do that for partners too?
You can do that. So now you have to look at when you want to buy out somebody, what's the road of less resistance with cost and time? What's going to tie down your time?
Right.
So since I took over the business 3-4 months ago, our content has gone down because I'm focusing on running the business.
No.
And then fighting this guy. Do I just want to give this guy?
I was wondering why you guys fell off.
Thanks. No, we did fall off. I started regurgitating content, things I didn't care. I didn't focus on the consumer anymore. No, that's true though. Like he's true. Like I didn't focus
He
on the
would totally
consumer.
just kidding, but your reaction was
No,
like,
I didn't focus on the consumer anymore. I focused more on trying to make money. I'm like, all right, let me generate enough leads. Let me generate enough leads. I stopped caring about, okay, I got to generate enough leads to pay off this guy.
Yeah, because content doesn't seem that important anymore. You're like,
Yeah,
right, because
you're
that's a
like,
way bigger problem.
Yeah, I was like, and then when you do that, you lose the people who are following you. And then, of course, like a dumbass, I'm like, let me get more virality, talking about politics, which I know I'm not going to talk about, but
Did that work?
that was a horrible idea. I started losing followers like crazy. I didn't know you were this, you were that. You know, depends on both sides. Like
Never fails.
Yeah.
Man.
I actually really liked your daily interest rate updates. I don't even know half the things you're talking about. Like, let's get into it. And the just gonna close it. It's great. And I'm like, this tight. I don't even know what it is, but
I like this content.
yeah, I like it.
He's learning so much.
You learn a lot when you put out content, you know? So,
Yeah,
but now it's like, I'm gonna go back into the content, but we have to settle like, what is it gonna cost to buy out the second guy? I've already paid off most of his debts. Now, what does it cost next? So now you have to think like, so that's why I don't
Can you pay him
incorporate.
in, like X-Men money, and he's just like,
X-Men bucks. Great.
How long were you already getting the inkling that you're like, I need to like buy out my partners?
The first guy, the year like last year, it's probably December 2000 or sorry October November 2023, when it just wasn't making sense financially, and when you start, hey, like a lot more is coming in than what's coming in, what's going in my bank account is not matching. Like, and it's like, okay, well, maybe because it's rough time, because mortgages, there's rates involved, right? Oh, we gotta grow, or like we have to expand, and then you're like, it doesn't make sense. So that guy was a lawyer, never do business with a lawyer. He's more reasonable. Hey, this is not making sense for me. Let me buy you out. Okay, cool. Like, here's a dollar amount. We went back and forth a little. All right, cool. Let's take it and run. The second guy, he's in the mortgage business too, so he knows like, okay, this is how much the company's making. I will not settle. And then once we removed him for pretty much allegedly mismanaging funds, now we see like, cool, like what's it going to take to buy out this guy now? Damn. So it's difficult.
how many years you been in business with these guys?
So we were working together for 4 or 5 years, then we incorporated in 2021. And once we incorporate, that's why I'm saying,
That's
don't
where the thing
incorporate.
was.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's better that, hey, when the money comes in through this LLC, we're gonna split the money and pay it to ourselves. We're not gonna incorporate ourselves.
Did you ever do content in the past where you were like, make sure to incorporate with your
No.
friends and business?
I actually thought about that. Like, no, that I thought about, like, you know, I see a lot of new entrepreneurs, especially Asian. Like nowadays, more people are creating side hustles, or they're finding other ways to make money because no one wants to get W-2'd anymore because of taxes. Right. So I wish I would put together. I think I'm gonna put together content so that people who are gonna do business kind of understand, like, hey, avoid getting hustled.
So for you basically made an LLC together with them, but you're advising to just make an LLC with yourself and then pay these guys out based on what they basically eat what they kill.
Correct. Okay. And then, of course, if they do X amount, you can set up a timeline where they can get an override on whatever you produce for a season, and then it can, like, you can modify that. But at least it's your corporation that you own, that you're like fending off other people.
Was there any skin in the game? Did they put money in?
So the guy the one that we're trying to get rid of right now, he didn't put money in, but he got other people to put money in.
Oh, so he found investors. I see.
But he created an illusion that we needed so many investors. It's kind of like you create your own problem, but then you solve the problem, so you think this guy's a hero.
I see.
Like Pfizer.
Wow.
I see.
Pfizer.
Pfizer? Wow.
So that's what's going on with the business. So now the business is pretty mellow. It's doing good, but just getting rid of these guys is like the.
What do you think? Tough. What do you think that dude's final price is going to be? Is it?
He already threw out. It's $500,000. He wants.
It's just straight up.
Because he knows the other guy got the $500,000. So they're the reasons why the partnership went back, because they are like two brothers, that competitive brothers. So if this guy got $500,000, I want $500,000.
Okay.
But they didn't get along.
They didn't get along.
That's so funny. And they brought that family beef with you.
Correct. And then I'm dealing with it. And
Oh,
it's
they're
like,
really brothers?
No, they aren't real brothers, but they are really close friends, or competitive close friends. And then
I see.
So
one of them's Korean?
one's Caucasian, the other one's Mexican.
Same.
Close enough.
Close enough to reinforce my stereotype.
Is this your first partnership, or did
I've had other partnerships before. I'm learning now, like, I'm gonna work out an agreement, but not partnership anymore. No more partnerships.
Oh, wow.
Because unfolding is expensive. Dude, lawyers, they reply back to an email. Like, so when you write an email, you want to thoroughly write this email out. Don't do a quick email back and forth like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
That's money right there, yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, man. Lawyers.
That shit adds up, huh?
Because they'll charge you by, some of them will charge you by the full hour if they're nice. Others will charge you by half. Some will charge you by the quarter hour, which is 15 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
So if they're like one of those guys that's like $5,000 an hour, even 15 minutes could be $1,500, which is fucking crazy.
It's a good rate.
Yeah.
And the bigger the problem, the better lawyer you want to have. And then so you start getting these crazy ass motherfucking lawyers. You're like, God damn, dude.
And then, but if they think like, this guy's crazy enough, if he can convince a lawyer, hey, this thing's worth a lot, you can get a portion of it. And if they can see that there's a portion to get, dude, they're gonna go. They're going no cost to them, and they're going at you like guns blazing. So he tried that in the beginning, and then he, with coming out of the company I was franchising with, and when they found out they didn't have a case, they backed off. But the first couple weeks, oh bro, they were like sending you stuff left and right.
They're so aggressive.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, it's like, just take, give it to me, I'll take it right now. You know, because like they come at you like guns blazing, like.
That's one thing they don't prep you for as an entrepreneur is lawsuits.
Yeah.
Is like how fucking scary and crazy and like, I don't know, some of these lawyers, they play so fucking mean.
Yeah.
And then you get these legal documents, you get served, you're just reading these, you're just like, what the fuck? Am I going to jail? It's like, no, you just gotta pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? What did I do? And then you talk to other lawyers and they're like, oh, that fool's bluffing. I'm like, how do you bluff something like that?
Dude, sometimes the lawyers on your side suck.
Yeah?
Yeah, they get bullied.
Most of the time.
Oh,
that's
dude,
the case.
my so I got, yeah, dude, when you're in business, you get sued. Like, so now when you hire someone, you run through this game like, okay, how do I 1099 legally? Okay, you cannot give them a schedule. You cannot give them equipment. You have to go down this list. All right, cool. They can be labeled as 1099 because if not, you label them as 1099 with their W-2. Even though they got the money, they spent the money, but they can sue you for labeling them incorrectly. Yeah. Wow. So now, like, I went through 2 lawsuits. My lawyer, when I had to deal with labor law, got punked, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, this girl's getting punked," and I had to pay $30,000 to her, and then another $40,000-$50,000 to the lawyer, just because it's called in California it's called a retaliation clause. So if they do a bad job, and you have a talk with them, or they complain about you as an owner, and you cut their hours, you do anything to change their pay, that's a retaliation within 90 days, and they can come after you for that.
Oh, because they said that your actions were motivated by ill intent?
Correct.
Oh.
And then and then another one in California, which is like, I think.
Such an awesome state. I just love it so much.
You let's say you quit a job, but I try to call you, send you your last check. You have 48 hours to send it. If you don't respond, if I don't mail it out to the address that's on your application, every day you don't get that money, I'm paying it. I'm paying penalties. I'm paying fees. So if you're smart, you keep dragging it on. But we knew this girl didn't live there, but she used her mom's address. We should have just mailed the damn check there. We did it. She dragged it on for over 40, 50
So
days.
she understood how to,
So,
no.
you know, being self-employed is hard, but, you know, that's why these are things like they don't teach you as being self-employed.
Yeah, having a team, hiring people, all that stuff is crazy, man. They don't really... Even school doesn't prep you to be an employee. Like, I remember right out of high school, like working, or even during high school, it's like, it's so different from what your teachers tell you and everything. And then you're just like, man, what the fuck?
I feel like the 2 best skills to have going into entrepreneurship, if you can, is having an accounting degree or a law degree. But then even then, you're still going into it blind, because you know laws change every year. Yeah. Oh, because of this case, so now in like 2023, now this happens, or this case, now 2025. So you not only do you have to come in with kind of like the skill set, but you still have to be updated on laws because shit's changing all the fucking time.
That's kind of dumb. It's like majoring in social media in 2004.
Yeah. This is what you do on MySpace. This is how you optimize MySpace.
HTML.
Your top 8 matters, okay, guys? So when you first had the feeling of like, I need to buy these guys out, how much time passes between that first initial for sure feeling that these guys gotta go and then actually doing it?
I think about 4 or 5 months. Because you think about it, and then you're like, do I really want to do their job? Okay, what's the company making? What am I taking home? Is it enough to go to battle with this person financially? Okay, I gotta go to war with them. Also, if you take over the company, since they're still owners, what they can do to kind of fuck your shit up is that they can call audits. Let's say we own a company together, but you kick me out, but I'm still owner. I want to see an audit today. you know what? It's been 2 weeks now. I want to see what those documents look like. I want to see that because I'm the owner of the company. So you're too busy being their indentured servant, getting them things. Oh, for accounting, I want to see this. I'm a shareholder. I'm able to see it. As you're trying to fight and get rid of them, they're like making
you do more work. Yeah.
So you have to like take all that in and go like, is it worth it or not? Or should I just shut the fuck up and keep going? Or do I build something else? Like these are the things you wrestle with, and then you finally like, in any business, before you want to let something go, you're like, do I have an exit strategy? Now I got my wife, I got my kids, I have a good quality of life. Do I want to fuck all that up to like go in? Then you decide.
You already learned that lesson a long time ago.
Correct.
Was quitting everything and starting from like resetting an option for you? Like, why was buying out the best option versus like just poaching your own clients and then going on?
I think if I didn't have my wife and my son, I probably would start over. So I'm thinking about like, because thinking about I'm making good money now, and it's like I'm continually making good money. Do I want to disrupt this and mess up my kid's life and my wife's life?
Yeah.
You know, like she hasn't worked since 2014. Do I want to have her start working again? And then of course now we're working together. We're arguing again. We finally got past that. You know, so
that's why everyone says stay a single man.
Oh yeah.
That's why everybody says, if you have a kid, leave your wife.
That's why everybody says.
Everyone says it. Dude, once you have a kid, leave your wife.
What about did the conversation ever come out about you being the one being bought out?
Oh, but I'm the face. And they're like, I want buy me out. Like I told them, like, you want to buy me out, buy me out.
Well, how could they wouldn't be able to do that?
Yeah, correct. I'm like, but I was willing them.
But what if you gave them a fat ass number, like 10 million or some shit?
Yeah.
So there was the Doctor Strange had someone else who was willing to buy me out, but then they wanted me to stay. But then
that would have been worse.
Yeah,
because they're using your brand and they're gonna run it to the ground.
Yeah, how
correct.
are they gonna do that?
So they would. Yeah, so Doctor Strange found somebody because they're like, hey, cool, how about I buy you out instead? Like, you know, I don't know if he's gonna get like Iron Man to buy me out or who we got or Stan Lee, I don't know, whatever. But but it just wasn't. It was like a good dream, but it wasn't like okay, you know.
Damn, what's your buyout price if they were like, we'll give you whatever you want?
Oh, if someone gave me $10 million right now, tax free, I would go.
But then you have to stay on.
Yeah. I would stay on, yeah.
What if they replace you with a min?
But 10 guaranteed up front, yes.
If they replace you with a min that looks just like you and he's faking his accent, like a bad Vietnamese accent, would you come back and be
no,
like,
I no.
They find a guy from Vietnam.
So
He doesn't even
the
sound like you.
partner, so this because the partner's a lawyer. I'll say so. Allegedly, the guy we did buy out already.
Yeah.
He was able to keep some part of the brand name because he's kind of like if they say the wrong word, it might go to my page instead. He has an influencer who was Vietnamese. Well, yeah. So he had it down already.
Damn.
So and he's a lawyer. So in the bio, so like he got a couple. Like he got some of our business because they thought they were doing business with me. And I thought it was like I don't know if it was low likeness or whatever.
It was you?
Yeah. And they like he started doing some business with it. Yeah.
Damn. There's no limit, man.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like, how do you go and fight a lawyer? Because it's like they don't have to pay themselves.
Yeah. Oh, they can keep going to court. They can, what they do is they send one email at a time, and they get the other lawyer to respond, and like that point, just racking up your bill. So it's like
You're not the first person that told me don't start a partnership with a lawyer. Like I've heard that so many fucking times.
they can just drag it out.
Because they know the game too well, huh?
Yeah. Way too well.
That's really sad. Is he the first person that you ever heard say don't have kids or don't have a wife?
Don't have kids. Don't have a partner with a lawyer. Don't have a partner.
Yeah, you should not. It's kind of like, you know, when they talk about in, like, if you're a police officer, if you have a wife and kids, don't let the streets know about it. Same thing. Don't let the other party, don't let the streets know about your stuff because when they do, then they know, okay, this person can't give up because they got bills to pay. There's no way this guy wants to go to war. This guy's got too much at risk.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're airing it all out on JK News right now.
Well, I'm already getting them out.
I like to meet people I work with's family. You don't like that? I like to.
Yeah, because now you know, like, okay, this person's working hard. Well, I thought this guy had, you know, Doctor Strange has his wife, taking care of his wife's mom and 4 kids. I'm thinking, there's no way this guy
Is a shady person.
But because of that, he's gonna be
He's more desperate.
more desperate. So I'm thinking, okay, this guy is gonna go, like, he's gonna shoot for the moon, you know?
I like to see how the kids interact with the parents, because you can tell if they don't love their parents. And then they're
That means they're a good
scumbags.
employee. Oh, sorry.
That means their parents are probably horrible people.
Or they just dedicate their work.
I'm a scumbag.
Your cats hate you, huh?
They fucking love me.
Next, can we talk about